Good evening, everyone. It is time for another multi-category race. Tonight, between PapaSchmo and Thorneto, this is our last run of the week for our week 6 of this multi-category tournament. Both players are less than a minute from starting, so I'm excited for this week to see what these runners give us. Like I said, this is the last run of this, or last race of this week. So after this, we will get our week 7 pairings and start to fill out that top 16. So looking for a good run. For those that haven't seen this category, this week is I'm going to actually remind myself of the category for this week. This week is Chozo Statue, Light Area, and Boss Rando. So, the Chozo Statue means that all the major items that we're going to be running for are at the different Chozo Statue locations. That means there are some locations that wouldn't normally be checked that might get checked. They'll get checked in this type of random. Light Area means that it is still randomized and where you can end up, but it's all a little bit more connected, so it's less randomized than the full area, but still something players have to think about it. As we get going, we see Thorneto there is landed on the Enterprise. Gotta love it as a Trekkie. And then with Boss Rando, that's something the players have to take into account as they, going somewhere. You might run into Ridley, and if you don't have the ammo, if you aren't ready, that's very problematic. These runners are going to come down here, and this is very vanilla kind of start. Typically, we'll see bombs in one of the two first locations that are available, either this or the ceiling tank, and we are going to morph ball. Morph ball is just going to be there in this vanilla location, and then we will see what's on the other side. We have another Chozo statue coming up in the next room. And it's likely just for ammo that players will still check right side, where the E-tank in the ceiling is, where that missiles on the right are, and we've got bombs. So, not very randomized here, but it is very important for players to find an explosive, because without the explosive, there are a lot of areas that are just plain locked off. Now it's a question of when will the players find their first super pack. We got missiles up here. Nothing exciting there. Both bugs are really close right now. Just an item transition ahead. And we got a reserve tank, so that's not part of the Chozo logic, but that is something useful for picking up right now, because the number of Chozo statues you see before you get to Lower Norfair might not get you there. And that's something else. The Chozo statues, the items they can give us, are the minimum items you would need to beat the game. So that includes just a few E-tanks, a reserve tank, our missile packs, super pack, and some power bombs. Not a lot of ammo going on at all. But then that includes the rest of the 16 major items. So all the suits, all the beams are at the rest of those Chozo statues. And we'll see, definitely checking Mother Brain down here. This is our first super missile, which is big. I see Toasty Toads in chat tonight, who has a great meme, or a great emoji that unfortunately we will not see the room in this run. There it is. PapaSchmo, very great execution of the down grab climb. You'll see both players are going to check 230 missiles. Ooh, we got screw attack. So, we already had bombs, which put Gauntlet into logic for checking. But, now, this could make a very early Gauntlet check a very realistic possibility for these players. It's tough on one tank, but with that reserve, especially, it's very likely the players could go check that. But they are going to go see our friend. We're going to see our friend Bomb Chorizo here. There will be a Bomb Chorizo fight. But we get the all-important power bombs. That is incredibly important for both of these players right now. We're almost in sync together. BT, if you have bombs, BT will come alive and fight. If you do not have bombs, BT will stay in that crouch position. Players are still really close here. Now we'll see what decisions they make. Oh, Thorneto is going to immediately make that decision to go for the Gauntlet check, and PapaSchmo as well. So neither player is going to skip Gauntlet, both going for that. And I will tell you with experience, this can be a miserable jump at times, but man, with that screw attack, getting through here is going to be a lot easier for these players. The save is especially very smart, because if there's nothing here, let's say they just go get missiles, it's likely they just decide to reset. And it is a reserve tank, so that's not very exciting. But Thorneto, with that screw attack, is going to continue on through here. Hopefully getting better ammo. Maybe at least one more super pack in the back, which would be help. Ooh, Thorneto almost lost that, but oh, just double missiles back here. That is not fun at all. Wow, PapaSchmo, great save. Getting through early Gauntlet is definitely kind of dicey for players, because it requires some very precise movement, and even just a couple of mistakes can mean the end of that run. All right, and we're going to see our first transition, which brings us to Green Brin. So I expect Thorneto's going to go full clear this area. Screw attack was at 230 missiles. Gauntlet was a reserve tank and 2 missile packs. That's pretty... Alright, we got our first E-tank showing up here in Green Brin for Thorneto. We're seeing a big difference here of PapaSchmo had a little bit tougher time getting, clearing through Gauntlet, and that is showing up. But definitely we'll stay here in Green Brin and go for this. Alright, so we got a super pack here, and we're going to see another Chozo statue here. Maybe we get lucky and see speed. Nope. Okay, so that's the super missile, one of the super missile packs. So we got our first piece of ammo off a Chozo statue. The players have more than enough to check the other statues in this area, which are early supers here, along with Wavegate. Oh, and PapaSchmo is going to check meme route, reverse meme route, just to see. Just lower criteria. Oh, yes, Spo. So we're getting another E from the Spo Super. And I have to agree with Lamian's thought here. The odds of there being a required hell run are rising. We are not seeing, seeing this E here. We'll see how things turn out and move from here. Now, you will see the players make a decent amount of checks of miners through this. However, what we won't see them do a lot of is going a lot out of their way to check the miners, because you can almost kind of assume that at some point in these you're gonna see charge. If it gets ugly and you realize you might not get it, then you might have to start picking some more down the road. But now we're through early supers. We see another E-tank down there. And Thorneto's going to make us wait to see what's on that Chozo statue. Definitely a generous seed with some supers. We're already Thorneto's already at 25. Oh, speed booster. Ooh. Will we see a waterway check? Definitely not. Yeah, definitely not, because we don't have... No, yeah, I don't know. Alright, Thorneto's going to check this other check. Yes, Chozo, light area rando today. And Thorneto finds top of red tower. So definitely going to check this alpha supers, or sorry, alpha power bombs, as this is a Chozo statue here. I see some of the players talking about where some players have charge beam at alpha power bombs. Okay, alpha PBs providing the charge beam, so players know they've got the charge, and after finding charge, immediately you see Thorn skipping those missiles. Now Thorn's going to check this elevator and see what area this brings us to. This is one of the other random area locations. And we see moat. Thorne's going to check, mainly to come down here and check this transition and see where we end up. Which, ironically, brings us to wreck ship. Thorneto getting that short charge and does a speed boost and shines Spark across the moat, across the lake, gets into wreck ship. Gonna take this save because this could be Ridley, but we'll see which boss drops here. So out of the 4 options, Ridley is possible, but very unlikely. Dray is... we don't have a way out of Dray right now. So we're hoping for Kraid or Vanilla Fantoon here. And we get Vanilla Fantoon. Alright, so PapaSchmo's coming down here. And both runners are basically running the same route. One of the big things that I've seen in runners, and the difference, movement is huge, and we're seeing a case where Thorn's having crisper movement, and that's a big part of the reason for the lead. But boss kills is an area where if Papa's execution and the boss fight, and this fight is a little bit better, could make up some time. But interesting to get a check. Spooky picks up a reserve tank. Thorneto does take down our space ghost. After PapaSchmo picked up the spooky missile trash can. And door transition high 5. So now PapaSchmo goes in to take this Fantoon battle. Thorneto will check this right side check real quick. I suspect we'll also check the E-tank, the right side E-tank. Yeah, Fantoon here is a great fight. It's definitely made life a lot easier for both players. This seed so far has been extremely linear for the players. Thorn did not do the right side super check. That's interesting. Maybe plans on coming back? Oh no! PapaSchmo takes a death to Fantoon. That's not going to help. This could be dicey for Thorn to get out of here as well, but does escape. But this might change. Thorn's thought about checking this. This is a little scary. Nope. Executes a great jump and gets rewarded with an E-tank back here. So that is 2 E-tanks so far from Chozo locations. Now let's see if Thorn decides to do a full clear of wreck ship or not. We still haven't seen the right side super check. Yeah, these boss fights are an incredibly important part of getting these runs consistent. It was something I was asking Shiny Zenny about. What are the things that a runner should do who's planning on practicing? And the first thing he said was a plan for each room. Or sorry, the first thing he said was practice general movement, then boss fights, and the third was practice. Have a plan for each room and getting through. So three big things, but these boss fights are an incredibly important part of this because they are a time saver, a time sink. But PapaSchmo does get it done on the second attempt. Now let's see if Papa checks that right side super, because we'll see if he gets awarded or not. Because that could be a big difference. That right side super is considered the boss award for killing Fantoon. So, yep, PapaSchmo will go check this. We see that screw attack is making a lot of things easier. Oh, ice beam. Ooh, ice beam. That's a big leave if Thorn doesn't come back for that. That is some ice baby. That is a big find. Varia is just some missiles, nothing exciting there. Looks like PapaSchmo. Oh, gonna take another safety save here. I don't. Oh no, never mind. It's gonna head out to the. Oh, yeah, head out to the right side. Oh, gravity, yes, not Varia. So we have our first major route divergence here. Miss Thorn is going to take the path back over Moat. PapaSchmo is checking back here. Well, actually, PapaSchmo still may go clear through the rest of Wreck's ship. Ooh, it has to be really careful here with this low health. A death here would be kind of devastating. Just needs to get across. We know it's an E-tank here. Alright. No problems. Never a worry for PapaSchmo. Oh, Thorneto has found Upper Norfair. I was going to check this Crade location. I've seen this be the back of Lower Norfair a lot in the seeds I've been watching, so we'll see what this turns out to be. That's the front of Lower Norfair. Okay. Probably not the location that Thorn wants to see right now, but is going to check Business Center for the major items here. We're going to see this high jump boots check first. And find Spazer at high jump boots. Not the most exciting find, but that does mean that charge beam and Spazer combo will do a little bit more damage. I'm kind of surprised that Thorn didn't seeing Upper Norfair go check the Spazer location and even potentially the X-ray location before coming here to Business Center. Alright, Thorne's going to check Spazer. And finds Wave Beam. Okay. Now, charge with Spazer, that's actually a pretty good amount of damage. So if PapaSchmo grabs all those, we'll be in good shape. Obviously, Plasma Beam is better, but with this combination of beams, especially if PapaSchmo ends up with Charge Ice Wave Spazer, we'll have far more damage, and we'll be in very good shape. But we'll see what happens from here. I'm still kind of shocked that Thorn didn't check the right side of, yep, PapaSchmo sees his missiles and immediately turns. But yeah, I'm still kind of surprised Thorneto didn't check the right side supers in Wreck Ship. Thorn does have the advantage here if he's seeing a lot of the transitions ahead of time. So is a decent amount ahead here. PapaSchmo with the tech. Just misses that. That's a very difficult grab. PapaSchmo is trying to execute a difficult jump, but forgetting speed and that he can just store up a charge in the previous room. Maybe we'll... Nope, still not going to do that now. Wow. Okay. Meanwhile, Thorn is over here checking ice. Thorn with those 4 E-tanks and a couple reserves. And now that should be all the tanks. And it's very likely we're going to see an upper Norfair Hell Run coming very shortly. Yep, we're seeing more Hell Run right now. PapaSchmo is making this really, really difficult here, trying this HBJ, which is a horizontal bomb jump. Very difficult trick. Oh, so close. Horizontal bomb jump shouldn't be in logic. That's definitely not something to be here. But this is the continuous wall jump could be, which is what what he's trying the first time he enters through the room. But what he's trying from this side. But it's it's a one frame trick, very difficult. I think what PapaSchmo needs to do is go up. Thorneto finds Super is down by speed, but leaves him there, having that charge wave spacer combo. And does come over here now, finally, for this short charge. Oh, gonna have to redo it. So we're now seeing Thorneto's continuing on with this, that the Hell Runs are in logic. Hopefully we see a suit soon. Or we might be seeing a suitless Meridia. Welcome, Raiders from SpeedGaming 3. We are here in week 6 in our last race of our week 6 of this tournament. This race between PapaSchmo and Thorneto. Both players 33 minutes into this run. Thorn is got some additional checks that Papa hasn't. Finds high jump boots now at wave. So that's definitely a nice find here. Some players in chat thinking that Varia might be at Croc, and you know what? It might be. PapaSchmo seeing that front of Norfair. PapaSchmo, well, both players have speed, but without gravity, they have no easy way through, or they have no way through Botwoon to get to Draygon going into Meridia. But ice means that PapaSchmo would have a little bit easier time, actually a much easier time, trying to do a suitless Meridia if it comes down to it. Thorn will not see Ice Beam this game, or not go back and see Ice Beam, as it was in Right Side Supers in good old Wreck Ship. But yes, now we are going to see what secrets Croc has, as we see him take this poor, horrible death. Croc is just, you know, the guy already has skin rash, you know, skin's all red, and he's, you know, just hanging out in his home, and he's got an invader, and he's just like, hey, get out of here. And how does he get treated? With an acid bath. Just gets his skin melted off. It's such a brutal way to go. Now I'm starting to wonder where these suits are. You know, we know where ice is. We haven't seen Spring Ball. We haven't seen Space Jump. We haven't seen Plasma, Gravity, or Varia. We've still got a little bit of ammo to find on statues, but yeah, we need a suit sometime soon. We are going to see PapaSchmo execute the Crystal Flash with that plenty of ammo, easy way to refill that health. And we have Gravity at behind Croc. Wow. Okay. So that means it's likely. Ridley has very few locations that are any good to check. He does have a couple of Chozo locations, but not many. PapaSchmo trying to go for that short charge, misses it. Gonna have to go with the backup strats to get across. That is an extremely difficult trick to get consistently. We could see Shack Tool in Logic. That would be fun. We have not seen Kraid's Lair. That's a very good point. That's a transition that's hiding somewhere right now. And it may be, you know, one of the transitions we haven't seen is Meme Route. Main side Meme Route, because players didn't have power bombs. I did see a race earlier in the week where Kraid was at Meme Route and a player didn't check it until way late in the race. And those are two other items that we still haven't seen yet. We haven't seen Grapple or X-Ray. PapaSchmo using some ice tricks. They're trying to use ice here to make this passage a little bit easier. This is definitely a lot easier with Screw Attack making that transition. Thorn finds Kraid. Okay. We're going to see our second boss go down. And that is a real possibility. This could be Ridley, but Thorn has well more than enough ammo, and I do expect a... Well, might not see a safety save. Nope, just going right for it. And we are going to have... a Draygon fight the Queen of the Shrimp here. With that gravity, no problem getting out of here. Gravity in space, could space jump up, or could even just gravity jump up. No problems getting out of this location. Mama Shrimp is going to get supered out of the industry today. Taking all the missiles. Orin gets grappling beam from behind Trey. With that speed and high jump, easily gets out of Dre's location. Item we haven't seen check yet is X-ray. That may hold some goods. PapaSchmo finding that high jump boots, and Thorn using this location. This is actually a pretty decent location to do some farming. That mini Kraid gives a lot of supers. It's going to grab this E-Tank. This is a really good idea here. Not so much because Thorn necessarily needed another tank or not, but more just having the refill of energy right now is huge. Plus, if Bari is not found soon, there may be a very difficult path to Lower Norfair. PapaSchmo does see... Oh. Well, that's a different color Croc. Did Croc meet up with Slimer? Papa is going to grab these missiles. Not sure if he needs the supers. As we get away from the green jello Croc. Expect Thorn here to finally make that X-ray check. Yes, we are going to see that X-ray check now. Especially now with this grapple, no problem getting across here. Energy's not a concern at all. Unless you fall, then it can be a little bit scary. Alright, we've got space jump at X-ray. So, still no Varia. Always going to take the space jump. The seed has definitely been interesting. It's had some interesting gives. Routing has been... It's felt semi-linear for the most part. We did have to back up out of Wreck Ship to go back across the moat both ways. But Wreck Ship was very giving with Ice Beam for PapaSchmo, who did grab it. But we'll see. We'll see what where Thorn is headed here. Gonna check this. Transition into Meridia. And is gonna choose to, or not, is gonna choose to leave it behind. Thorn going a way we don't see often. Well, we got a couple of major checks that are in this area. We have check tool, which we will not see the runner's check, but plasma room. Draygon is gone, so this room will be open. So Thorn is going to have this opportunity to check plasma. If this is Varia, Thorn is pretty much done, and we'll just rush through the last two bosses. And it is. So unfortunately, we will not see Shaq Tool get a check in yet another race. Sadly, Shaq is not holding the ultimate logic we need. PapaSchmo is going to get here to Kraid's lair and see this Draygon fight. Ironically, getting grapple right after this kill. Because that's always the reward you want behind Draygon is grapple. As we're seeing Draygon with that green belly with the color swapping that PapaSchmo has put in. PapaSchmo's using this charge attack strategy for damaging our friend Draygon. Probably does need to start throwing some of those supers in, though. And Draygon goes down. Meanwhile, Thorn... Uh-oh. Having to go to backup strats for Kraid. And gets the kill. No prom time, or no prom night for Kraid tonight, and Kraid is just holding missiles. So, absolutely nothing exciting there. PapaSchmo executes a gravity jump to escape. We saw Thorn was able to use that speed and high jump boots to escape. So both players choosing slightly different ways to move. So that is a difference. What runners are comfortable with. You'll always see that a difference in characteristics and how players decide to run or play. I did see one space jump from Thorn there. Up, and another one there. So there is some space jump happening from Thorn. It's going to go back through Forgotten Highway here. Choosing that this is thinking this is the best route to where I need to be. PapaSchmo about to execute the second crystal flash clip of the game. Gordon decides that he wants super missiles. A little surprised at that pickup. At the same time, that also reduces massively the number of shots at the end of the game with Mother Brain. Something of note is PapaSchmo's here at this point. We'll probably check Spazer next, because I haven't seen PapaSchmo pick up that wave beam yet. But doing X-ray now, we'll likely go down and check that next. Almost jumped over space jump. Not necessarily a move I'd want to make. So there's definitely been some, as we've gone later in this, there's been a lot of backtracking for both players. Some of these areas stop being linear. So at this point, Thorn is a full boss ahead, headed to the final boss, but PapaSchmo now does have that 4-beam combo. Still does not have Varya. We know Varya is at Plasma. Leaves the trash can over at Hobarudi's location, the Hobarudi special location, and just continues down. Welcome, Raiders from SpeedGaming 5. We are in week 6 of the multi-category tournament here in our Super Metroid Randomizer. This is actually our last race of week 6 between PapaSchmo and Thorneto here, where Thorneto is ready and headed down into Ridley's lair to face that last boss, which will be a vanilla Ridley. Thorn will definitely take that E-Tank right now. That's going to be far less farming in a minute here. Nice execution of the super missile kill of the space pirate here. Then follows up with a Shine Spark kill of the other. Meanwhile, PapaSchmo getting the nice Shine Spark up to boss land here. Gonna check this Batwin location, which is back into Meridia. And PapaSchmo taking a second to kind of like put it all together. The map transitions can be very confusing, for sure, for players. It's not exactly the easiest thing, and I'm sure the players are taking notes and tracking locations, but yeah, as Lomian pointed out, may have mistracked this location. At massive supers, lets Thorneto easily deal with Ridley here. Is going to take the check of this location. We know it. Okay, it's plasma. All right. Well, that will drastically reduce the number of shots required for Mother Brain. Between all of the supers and the charge beam with the plasma, that will not be nearly as many shots on Mother Brain. Ice was right side supers in Wreck Ship, so a little surprising Thorn doesn't have it because it just didn't check it. But Thorn's movement and decision and route making have been pretty phenomenal. And PapaSchmo does get to that Varia suit at Plasma, and will essentially be on the same route now. But this really good movement from Thorn is definitely making a huge difference. On top of the route choice, choices have been good. Gonna head, just headed back up now. Going to get back to criteria, and with everything else eliminated, as Alfonso pointed out, we are gonna see Turian at meme route down in Blue Brin or Blue Criteria. See, Thor just skips at E-Tank. No reason for it now. One of the bonuses on these randos is when they go down the elevator to in the G4 room, we'll get a ship refill. As Lumian points out, this is the first time we're getting any kind of divergence in routes between the players. It's been pretty vanilla from all up until... Sorry, same direction from both. Until now, we finally have a little bit of a difference. It's very likely that PapaSchmo was sitting here trying to figure out which location did I not check that has Crate's lair. And that's kind of what he's looking for right now, to get that done and out of the way so that he can go down to the Ridley location. Or remembering this location. I will see him Fallback down parlor. Wait, where is Thorn headed? Wonder if Thorn's going to take a ship save. There's that Enterprise again. That reminds me of the other day when I was going shopping and we saw a dog named Riker. And I was like, if we take it home, I'm going to call him number 1. Unfortunately, we did not take him home. Thorn headed through Old Mother Brain Room to go down the elevator and go to New Mother Brain. As we see PapaSchmo is going to get here to Ridley, but has to get that boss kill and then would have to get all the way back to the front side of the ship. So definitely a lot of ground to travel. PapaSchmo going for backup strats. As you see an extra Samus pop up, a little bit of a glitch coming from that speed attack. And we are going to see Thorn is going to have to take all these Metroid out with power bombs, something that had he hit that right side supers would have had the ice beam and been able to take this out much faster. That is something, if we get Thorn into chat, I'm going to ask about that check. PapaSchmo is about to take this Ridley fight down. Meanwhile, Thorn is getting through these Metroid rooms. He's into the third room. Got these power bombs popping off. And without speed here, or sorry, with speed, would likely have to see a speed Zebetite skip. Without ice, that option doesn't exist. And here we come to our friend the baby. Does not care about that statue, doesn't even try to save it. Thorn's like, no, I gotta go. I got places to be. Thorn does get a baby skip. Nice time save here. I agree with this decision, however, of coming to get this energy refill. Seems like a really good idea here. Just gonna see ammo zebatites. Don't see this very often. But now with this charge wave plasma beam and these 15 supers, which I assume we'll see Thorn take the shots until the catch-up phase and then unload those 15 supers. That's a very purposeful number. There's that catch-up phase. Alright, Thorn takes down the brain. Now going to enter that third mother brain phase with that rainbow beam, and we'll make very short work of this fight. Thorneto will go to 3 and 3, and PapaSchmo will go to 2 and 4. But this is the last race of the week for this week 6, meaning that after this, our tournament staff will put in the last results and make the pairings for week 7. And that will decide our top 16 players. There's going to be some big matchups this week. At least one player is guaranteed in. Some of the other players are very likely just automatically in. But there will be a lot of players still alive for trying to get into that top 16. There's a nice prize pool up. We just recently had another $500. Added to the prize pool. So we see Nevdi drop in, who is our Nevdi, who is our 6 and 0. So we'll. No matter the result of the Week 7 race for Nevdi, will be in top 16. Nevdi just had a great race the other day. It was super close. See Thorn making this. Shine Spark up the climb. Gonna come up to Parlor and make this last a little bit, showing some good movement through here. Just misses that little jump. Headed back out to the Starship Enterprise. And make those GGs in chat, so Thorneto winning with an official race time GG time of 1:16:45. Sorry, 1:15:04. 1:15:04. PapaSchmo with that set, that palette set has a very red Batu in there, and we're going to be joined hopefully by Thorneto in chat in just a second here. As we're watching PapaSchmo go make this last boss fight before headed to Turian. Thorneto, congratulations and GG on the run tonight.
Thank you, thank you.
How did you feel about this seed?
It was very easy to navigate, not get lost. So that means it was good for me.
That's good. It seemed like some backtracking for sure in a few of the places, but one of the.
Very lost.
Well, in some cases, well, not even wasn't even necessary about your routing, just more that the seed called for some backtracking in some locations.
Oh yeah.
It seemed like having to go back across mode, to progress. But something I was a little surprised is you didn't check the right side supers in Wreck Ship. And that was.
So I thought in Chozo that wasn't major, but I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's considered the Fantoon win, and that was actually Ice Beam.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, turned out not to matter. Your routing and your execution of movement definitely gave you a nice, comfortable lead through that race.
It was really happy to see Gravity at the end of Croc. Again, seeing Varia at Plasma. It was just really relieving to find those there.
Yeah, and as soon as you saw Varia, I was like, "Yep, that's it. Thorneto is just off to the races.
Yep.
Going straight to going straight past straight past go and not collecting $200 and just going right to the end. Yeah. Was there anything that tripped you up in this at all, or was it all pretty? Was it pretty linear for you?
Yeah, it was pretty straightforward. Like I said, I didn't get lost, which was nice, and getting that charge early meant I knew I could kind of go a little easy on the out of the way miners. So yeah, it was kind of mostly smooth sailing. The boss order was nice too. Didn't run into Ridley too early or anything. So
yeah, the vanilla Fantoon I know helped you both.
Yep.
All right, we're now joined by PapaSchmo. GG, sorry about the forfeit.
It's all good, man. I had fun. Obviously had a couple of brain farts and really funky roundabout routing, but at least it wasn't a horrible seed. GG's Thor.
GG.
Thor said if he rolled the seed, that we would have a horrible time. So I rolled it, and it was much better. So good.
Yeah,
good
it wasn't horrible at all. Thank you.
It seemed to be pretty pretty giving at the beat. Well, I mean, you had an explosion item and your morph ball right at the beginning. Gauntlet was not exciting for either one of you, I know, especially like getting vanilla double missiles at the end and not even getting supers.
Yeah.
How would you? Go ahead.
It was like, here's screw attack. You should probably go do Gauntlet. And then I was like, nah, sorry, I got nothing.
I was gonna do Gauntlet without screw, so I was really happy when I saw that.
Yeah.
That was certainly a gift at 230 missiles. But anything, any changes you would have made, either one of you would have made in your would like to go back and would have liked to have done differently than you did?
I would have loved to remember that I had Speed Booster trying to get across moat. That would have been great.
Yeah.
If I hadn't remembered that, it was a solid like 5 to 7. Normally it doesn't take me that long to get a remote. Just either trying to do CWJ or HVJ, but I just forgot I had Speed Booster, so that was cool.
We were surprised about that because you had to turn it off to try to make the moat jump.
I know. It's just your brain just gets into a funk when you're racing, and just some logical thoughts just are over there in the background, and you're like, oh yeah, all right. But other than that, my routing, like I could see where I needed to go, but I definitely picked the long way around like 2 or 3 times, and then I forgot that I needed. I hadn't gone to Draygon's boss. I hadn't killed Kraid yet, so I went to Norfair while I was already in Meridia, when I could have just taken out that before going to Lower Norfair. So that's about it for me.
It was exciting to find that Varia. I can't really blame you.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You guys looking forward to the full randomness of next week?
Absolutely. I'm already, I'm not expecting to get into the bracket portion, but I'm still having a lot of fun. This whole tournament's been a lot of fun. So thanks to everybody who put this on, and thanks to all my opponents. And yeah.
Yeah, same for me. I mean, it's full rando, so I'm gonna get lost, but do my best.
For everyone, next week it's full countdown, which in case you're not aware, full countdown means that in each of the areas there's going to be a number on the top left-hand corner that tells the number of major items in that area, and the major items are just the 16 you see on the 14 you see on the tracker, and the 2 that show up in the HUD, the grapple and the X-ray. But it can be any of the items in the areas that they're in, so it becomes, you see a lot more things checked, but with it being area rando and boss rando, it's going to be a lot more decisions for these runners to make. So it'll be a lot. It's going to be a rough one for them for sure. But I think we'll see some good runs next week. Any last thoughts from either of you two? Start with PapaSchmo.
Yeah, no, just don't forget to look at that little number in the corner, because that helps. Not forget about that. And just thanks Vincent, thanks Lomian, and thanks whoever set up restream stuff. Always appreciate the effort on the restreams. And that's about it for me.
Or any last thoughts?
No, I just really appreciate all you guys for volunteering your time for comms and tracking, and PapaSchmo for racing, and I look forward to seeing who my next week's opponent is going to be.
And actually, those seedings have been posted by the tournament organizers, so you can go check your matchups already. But everyone at home, while you're at it, please give these racers a follow if you haven't already. They both gave us good runs and an exciting race tonight. Also, I want to thank Lomi and Jones for tracking. Tracking is an incredibly important part of these Varia randomizer races. Gives us audience and tracker and commentary, visual way to see what's been picked up, what hasn't, and to know where things are heading in the race. So very much appreciate Lomian's effort in the background, and all the trackers who have been helping out through these events. So we're going into next week, week 7. We will see the matchups come up soon. Again, thank you to the runners. Thank you, Lomian. Thank you, audience, for coming and joining and giving us a exciting chat through the race. You're definitely as important part of this as everyone else. Thank you to the organizers, and well, I'm looking forward to week 7 and seeing how things shake out for the top 16. There's going to be some great races next week, some great coverage. Please come check it out. And until then, we will see you next mission.